As as we said yesterday, um, we would also be educating ourselves over here. So when you come, there is a chairperson and then panel members. So when you're addressing us, try and address the chair. When you are greeting the chair, the panel, good morning, good day, the chair, the panel. I believe you understand that. Okay, so we take it again. Good day. Who are you and why are you here? Who are you here with? Okay, another point of education. At this point, you are aspirants. And I think myself and my panel would like to hear the voices of the other aspirants. Am I right? So you can give them the chance to also introduce themselves. But please make it snappy. Panel members, I believe we have all tackled item 1. Or would you like them to approach and then return so you can assess them very well? Okay, so aspiring treasurer, please step forward 5 paces. You pause for 3 seconds, you turn and then you return. Do you understand? You step forward at least 5 paces, you pause for 3 seconds, you turn and then you return. Do you understand? Okay, so please do that for me. Aspiring secretary, please, the same process. Aspiring president. You may sit. Good morning.
Getting panelists
Dear aspirants, before we proceed, you would have to make a declaration. If you would humbly be on your feet so that I take you through the declaration, then we continue. So when I say I, you say I and you mention your name. Okay? You can put your hands down. I, having submitted my nomination to contest the office of, then you mention the position you are aspiring for, to contest the office of in the 2026 SRC elections, do hereby declare that the information provided on my nomination form is true and accurate to the best of my knowledge, and that I meet the eligibility requirements set out in Article 37 of the SRC Constitution. I undertake to conduct my campaign. Should I be cleared to contest in accordance with Article 40 of the SRC Constitution and any regulations issued by the Electoral Commission, including but not limited to refraining from campaign during voting, keeping campaign materials clear of polling stations, and not withdrawing my candidature within the period prohibited by this Constitution. Within the period prohibited by this Constitution. I further undertake to accept the outcome of the vetting process. I further undertake to accept the outcome of the vetting process and subject my rights to challenge under Articles 42 and 76. The outcomes of the election itself and to conduct myself at all times in a manner that upholds the integrity of this university's electoral process. In a manner that upholds the integrity integrity of this university's electoral process. I understand that any false declaration made herein or breach of this undertaking may result in my disqualification in accordance with the powers of the vetting committee under Article 76 Clause A or the Electoral Commission's regulatory powers under Article 40 Clause F. I believe the request made can come under a defense section during this process. Thank you. So we proceed to item 2. And let's limit it to 4 questions. Limit it to 4 questions. Please, who is setting the ball rolling? Just 4 questions. So 4 individuals to ask 4 questions.
Hello, please can you hear me now? All right. Please can I proceed? Chairman, with your permission. All right, thank you, Chairman. So before I proceed, I would like the local Nooks president to start with his question before we will carry on, since they are his people. Thank you.
Thank you so much, His Excellency Nathaniel. Honorable aspirants, are you tensed? Do you see any strangers among us? Okay. All right. Okay, so Mr. Chairman, please permit me to ask. Thank you very much. So, honorable aspirants, According to the NUC's Constitution as amended 2025, what are the forms of membership? And under which one does Ghana Communication Technology University falls under?
The chair, the panel. So, membership can be found in Article 5 of the National News Constitution, amended 2025. Yeah, so we have the individual membership, the institutional membership, and the alliance membership. And Ghana Communication Technology University falls under the institutional membership. Thank you. The chair, the panel. So, membership can be found under Article 5 of the NUC's Constitution, which is 2025. Yeah. Membership are in three, are in three. So we have the individual membership, the institutional membership, and the alliance membership. Yeah. And Ghana Communication Technology University falls under the institutional membership.
Well answered. But then the last one is affiliates, not alliance. Yes. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
The chairman, thank you so much for this opportunity. Now, with your permission, I would always like us to, I'm raising this order before we proceed. Now, that has been presented to all the panel members. They are ending with a resource slip of their levels. So we want to find out the levels that each member is in. The level that each member is in before we can proceed with the vet, because we don't want to get to the last itinerary and then their resource issues would be. So from the members, we want to know the levels that you are in so that we can check whether it corresponds with the results we have here. So he explains the results that I have here. Thank you so much, Leche. Now my question is very simple. The GCTU crest consists of certain symbols. I just want you to give me 3 of those symbols and then tell me the meaning of them. And as a member of General Assembly, when can we withdraw a member of NUCS as stated in the Constitution? And as a member of the General Assembly, when can we withdraw a member of NUCS as stated in the Constitution? And this is not for only the President. I want the team to also take part in the answering. Thank you.
The chair, the panel. So according to Article 85 of the GCTU SRC Constitution 2020. Yeah. So the General Assembly can withdraw its membership at any time. Yeah. The General Assembly can withdraw its membership at any time. I would like to go. It's okay.
the chair the panel. So okay, the chair the panel. So the crest has a symbol that looks like a communication tower, which represents communication and strong, stronginess or unity.
Since we are all here together, permit me to correct them so that they will know why the typos were so So first question. The article that the gentleman stated was very correct. It is stated in Article 85, by the clause C. So the General Assembly cannot dissolve you by any time. That is not constitutional. It's either by resolution or by withdrawal of any of the members of local nukes. That is what is stated in Article 85, clause C. And then the question on the various symbols. We have the chessboard, the mysticals here, the tower. But for the sake of your vetting of your other teams, I wouldn't like to throw more light on the meanings, but I've stated them. We even have a Dinkra symbols on it. And that Dinkra symbol is the motto of this school, where it took the name knowledge comes from learning from. Yes. So, the chair, thank you so much for the opportunity.
Chairman, with your permission, can I ask my question? All right. So this question goes to the honorable aspiring president, local news. So, and it's coming from the constitution. I want to find out from you, in situation where we were not able to have the XRC general elections, what happens? Are we going to sit down there without any SRC executives?
No, please. There will be an interim SLC. There will be an interim SLC where we'll have a committee to take care.
Okay, thank you for that one. But how are we going to go by having the interim executives? I want the process, the procedures to have that interim executives. Thank you.
Um, so, 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 it will be by appointment where the people selected will be presented to the General Assembly for approval.
Chairman, follow up. So I know we will select people, we will present them to General Assembly for approval. How are we going to select them? So let's say we are not able to have the elections. So me as a current SRC president, I'll just go ahead, select my favorite people, then send them to General Assembly to be approved over there as interim executives. You can help me, man. You guys can help me.
So, choose
Which everyone knows is good with this particular position.
Mr. Chairman, sorry for making this this question longer. So, he said I can go ahead, me as the SRC president. Or if you want to.
The SRC president will notify the General Assembly that um, there is a need for an interim committee to take over. Then the General Assembly will open nominations where those people who apply should meet the requirements of executive officer. Like they should meet the requirements of that of becoming an executive officer for the school. Then they will be presented to the the General Assembly. Then um, they will testify. The minimum requirements for the General Assembly should be achieved, which is half. Then um, then they'll be counted by the majority vote.
Sure. So I think you guys have tried, so I'll score you for that. But I believe our chairman always say here is a platform from learning. Yes, so I will answer you. Though you have tried. So the executives in consultation, that's the current executives in consultation with the dean of student affairs, will appoint the interim executives subject to the approval of General Assembly. Then that's it. Okay, so in consultation, the executives in consultation with the office of the dean, we will we send it to right honorable to his house for approval. We have our executives. Mr. Chairman, I'm done.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for the opportunity. So please, my question to any of you who is ready to answer. To whose law is the XRC Constitution subject to? To whose law is the SRC Constitution subject to?
To the laws of the Republic of Ghana.
Please, Mr. O.
It is subject to the laws of the Republic of Ghana.
Okay, so I'll add up to what you've said, because you've actually tried. But it's subject to the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, the laws of Ghana, and the statutes establishing the university. Thank you.
All right, the chair of the panel. So my question is to the honorable aspirants. Any one of you could answer. So let's say the hypothetical situation where your opponent wins, but then you feel that it is not fair. What process are you going to employ to address your concern? All right, so I'm saying in the hypothetical situation where your opponent wins, but you believe that he won under unfair circumstances, what measures are you going to put in place to address your concerns? What process are you going to go through according to the Constitution? we can't hear you.
Yeah, so I'm saying you have to write a petition statement concerning the result for a judicial review.
All right, thank you.
Oh, now they can use it.
Policy statement. The code of conduct for the room. All phones are to be muted. Is the projection ready?
I thought when it comes to the policy. The chair, I thought when it also comes to the policy statement, they will come individual because when we run through all the policies, all of them have independent policy statements and it's not together. So I think assessing them on that will be either advantageous or disadvantageous to a party.
Thank you for drawing attention to that. Dear aspirants, kindly excuse us, we ask you to come as and when required. Thank you. Panel members, let's do a little bit of deliberation. Since the policy statement want to assess them individually, I am suggesting that for the next team now, we assess item 1, 4, 5,
you ask them, you get everything from it. Move on instead of looking for them when they come again. So say you have 5 questions, right? So from your 5 questions, you touch on knowledge on the constitution, your policy statements, confidence, everything.
proceed. Yeah, can you help us with the team?
My name is Kwame Amati.
The chair.
The chair. My name is Kwame Amati.
What portfolio are you aspiring for?
I'm aspiring for the local news treasurer.
Dear aspirant, please help us with your name again.
The chair department. My name is Kwame Amati.
Yes, I believe we can proceed to item 3. And we'll limit it to 4 questions as well.
Mr. Chairman, permission to ask one question. Thank you. Honorable aspiring local nukes treasure. So I believe you know that the nukes, local nukes, GCTU chapter, you don't have any source of income. So as you are aware of that, and as a treasurer, if by God's grace you are being voted into power, what is this one thing that you will do to make sure that your programs, people execute it, being it conference, seminars, and other stuff, knowing that you don't have any source of income? What is this one thing that you will do?
In order to get funds, I think of the chair department. In order to get funds for the programs, we like to create a store that can sell solo drinks to get possible some funds for these programs. And so mostly the programs we organize, we don't have to demand funds, so we read in school. So we try to use those funds that we get from the solo drinks that we're selling to improvise for those programs.
Yes. From your answer, you said you like to create a store. Where are you going to get the funds to create the store in the first place?
So we collect money from our community members. It will be a big store.
I believe the current youth president is here. Please pass the mic to him. His Excellency, is it legal? What you just said, is it legal? No, please. Please pass the mic back to the aspirant. On what basis are you going to take money from the committee members?
So I was thinking, and we are not having money, so I was thinking, become as a team. Then we all from our hearts to provide my advice. That plan, it won't go well. So, but if it's not part of the constitution or it's illegal, we should just look for sponsorship instead.
How did you come up with that idea in the first place?
So the chair department. So And local news is kind of a family. So if you don't have money, it affects all of us. So we should come together to try and fix that first before we think of anything than the profit defense. So this one might be illegal, but it benefits us in the future.
So are you saying you are willing to breach the constitution?
No, please, no, please.
Just for the benefit of the individuals?
No. I'm not willing to breach the constitution.
So help me understand what you are saying. Because what His Excellency asks is, since you don't have a source of funds as local news, GCTU chapter, what are you going to do to ensure you have funds? Am I right?
Yes, please. Right.
So help us understand that.
So what I stated, let me remove that and focus on right.
Where is it before you're going to remove it?
Yeah. So let me change it himself.
How are you changing it?
So this one is an idea I just recently thought. So
Okay, so
one.
listen. When you make a statement and you want to take it back, you can say I retract. Don't say I retract. When the item is there, you can remove it. But it's a statement, you can't remove the statement. So you do what? Thank you. So now, do whatever you wanted to do.
So the chair panel, I retract my statements. And like for spoilers. To get funds for the program to be organized.
The store you are talking about, or the store you spoke about, is it go? How are you going to run it? Is it going to be a physical store people can walk into, or to be an online space where people can buy and to be delivered to them, or to be a hybrid? First of all, do you have the space for the store?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, now answer the first question.
Yeah.
Whether it's going to be an online, in-person, or a hybrid.
So first we start with the physical store. Start with the physical store. And we ask from any ministry from this if we can have a store. The store at maybe the cafeteria or at the stand. To be a small one.
Did you investigate before coming up with this idea? Because what you are telling me is not really solid. First of all, you don't have a space for the store. So how are you going to get the physical store in place?
So I like to say that this what I thought wasn't a plan. So it just came up here and it's from exactly.
So you are trying to tell me you are sitting there and then it is sent. That's around 11:15. The idea just dropped.
Yeah, pressure.
The chair, the panel, I would like the candidate to know that we are not joking here. First of all, we are filled with esteemed and distinguished panelists. So we are not here to play. If he's not sure of the statement he drafted, I think with all due respect and your permission, we can walk him out so that he goes and drafts a better statement where on your shit. Thank you so much.
Before that, do you know where the Career and Skill Development Office is? And Skill Development Office. Okay. So in your policy statement, I see one student, one skill initiative. How do you intend to achieve that? The policy statement over there is not yours, or I know Kwame Amwati. So you don't know what is in your policy statement? Okay, but you seem surprised. So.
Teach them how to make great skills, make programming skills that they can use. Examine skills, because those makes this kind of programs. First learning, we invite them to learning help them. Advise them on speed series.
Yes, you said one student, one skill. So it means the skill you'll be providing for right now will be different from what you'll be providing for me, will be different from what you'll be providing for. Do you know the total number of students you have in GCTU? Mr. Thank you.
Are you sure you know the weight of the portfolio you're aspiring for? Yes. So why are you making it seem like we are comedians over here? First off, you didn't do proper investigation. Just told me that you are going to set up a store. You don't have space for the store. Second off, you are going to take money from committee members. Where is it written that you are allowed to take money from committee members? This extracts that statement and change. That's not. Which statement? Statement of getting a store. On what basis are you retracting it? Because the basis is it's illegal. At what point did you know it is illegal? According to the local expressions, that it's illegal. So before appearing for vetting, why didn't you do all those inquiries? And so, are you expecting us to do the idea you have is not plausible, or is not legal, or is not constitutional? Are you trying to tell me that should in case you pass vetting and become a candidate and you are elected, you are going to be playing with funds? You do try and laugh. If it works, it works. Doesn't work, forget it. Then you come and laugh with the students. Do you know the weight of the portfolio you are aspiring for? Panel members, please. If you have further questions, kindly ask.
Mr. Chairman, I believe you said it all. And from the submissions Honorable Aspirant is making here, he's not prepared for the role. So I would request that he sent off. Thank you.
I would permit us to send you for only on this basis. That is, this question, it has been detailed in his policy statement. So he is able to address it properly, then we will see that there is a chance for him. Now, your statement, you were talking about you publicizing reports. So now that you have been enlightened on even your sources of revenues,
I want to know the key reports that you had in mind to be publicating. Which books or which records are we expecting from the office of the local news treasurer? Thank you.
So, the reports will be mainly reports on accounts, but where the money gets, if we get funds from where we get issue funds from any programs organized, or if we get sponsorship from anyone, we record it down to make sure that it's being used for reference. Just in case, we need to show that we have this amount of money doing a conference or doing a meeting.
The chair, honorable panel members, he has been able to enlighten us. I wanted to see the key of transparency as a treasurer, and he has been able to enlighten us on that. And at least you can see it in his speech. But there's one thing that I always ask members during their policy statement. If whatever you told the panel, you are to score yourself out of 20, how much are you giving? Why?
The way I started presenting myself, I think I need to express myself well to the panel. So I feel disappointed of myself for not being able to present well.
So, panel members, one of the criteria of somebody touching money is also faithful representation. Those are the key criteria of an auditor. And I've scrutinized him and he has passed about 2 criteria of being an audit. So I think with whatever he has been through, I always say let's temper justice with mercy, because I'm not of that policy. So on your assessment and the check, the ball is in your court. If he's able to give himself 10, it means he has passed average. And per what I've done, he has passed 2 of the qualities out of 4. So the ball is in your court and the panel members. Thank you so much.
Panel members, I believe we can proceed. If we are also, we are not joking on so that I'm able to make the right decision.
As for me, I'm okay. Check.
So the feedback that I would like to give to the aspirants, you've been honest in your submission, which is a very important, policy, as our rights honorable has mentioned. So the feedback that I would like to give to you is clearly you didn't do enough research. And as a treasurer, because you are going to be dealing with funds, information is very critical to your role. So in the implementation of the policies that you've put down, we would like to encourage you to find the necessary sources and to consult the right individuals to ensure that every single policy that you've stated and outlined can indeed be worked on, and the processes that you need to go through. Thank you.
For that, we limit it to 4 questions as well. Who is setting the ball rolling?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Honorable panel members. Aspiring local news treasurer, I would like you.
the chair the new slogan says struggle continues. Victory is assured. So to the chair we struggle to get plans, but the more we struggle, the more we are determined or know that we'll get the funds.
It seems you don't get the question. So tell me about an experience where you had to the Nook slogan comes in play in terms of finance.